In this video, I want to talk about another set of cheap fragrances. This is Lynx. This is not, it doesn't say anywhere it's an eau de toilette on any of these as it goes. So, but I want to talk about these. Two of them are new to me, and then one of them is quite old. And the reason I kind of looked into these, but quite interesting. I just thought I wanted to talk about them here today. And if you should really bother with them or not, to be honest. The first one I think I should talk about, which is discontinued, is this Adrenaline Iced Musk and Ginger. And I said this is like a spray, right? This is a spray, kind of like an eau de toilette, but it's kind of like a body spray. Again, you're looking at sort of gym fragrances, sport fragrances, that kind of thing. I don't know if these really should be used as an eau de toilette. You know, you're going out in a suit or anything like that. I think that's a bit I don't know, maybe enjoyed at home. I think gym is the most appropriate, I think. But yeah, basically kind of like a body spray. But this one here, Adrenaline, I never really thought too much about it. I wore this a lot in like high school. I had the antiperspirant, and I enjoyed it. Not this spray particularly. And then I believe someone got me this Adrenaline gift set years ago. And I've always liked this, and this is a spray I've always kind of had, not really thought too much about. You could probably use it as a room fragrance or something if you really wanted to. But I really like this. And so if anyone knows of a copy of this, please let me know. Because currently on eBay, there's a couple of bottles of this on eBay. And this is what would have been a £5 or let's say like a $5 fragrance is now like a £70 plus fragrance for this here. Which I think is crazy. So this is now quite expensive. I did see a website was selling it for cheap, but I don't know if that's still in stock or what. But it was a cheap fragrance. eBay now, they're going crazy, and you can't get it anymore. I'm kind of annoyed by that because I like that, and as I say, it's kind of nostalgic for basically just for it's what I wore at high school, particularly when I went on a sports tour to Malta. We both were like sort of load of groups from my class went to Malta and we played rugby there. I think it was like Malta's got like two rugby teams. And so we went over there and played rugby, and it was really hot and it was really hard. We have like kind of soft grass, I guess, in comparison, and over there because it's so hot the ground was like concrete, and so we're getting absolutely mashed up. But that was fun. And the girls went over there and played netball, and I think had a similar experience. But yeah, the other two I've got here is Signature, which is oud wood and dark vanilla. That sounds interesting already. And then we got Urban, tobacco and amber. I think I should say this one immediately. I don't like this one. I was going to say it reminds me of Victor Rolf's Spice Bomb, but it's not that. It's something like that. That's kind of an insult to Spice Bomb, right? Spice Bomb's good. Even though I didn't like it. And I'd say this is still good, but again, I don't like it. I don't know what I don't like. I like tobacco, don't get me wrong. The tobacco note in this is really nice. There's like a tobacco sort of vanilla, maybe a bit of coconut vibe with this, and I like. But there is something that's a bit... It doesn't smell like eggs, but it's got like a sort of sulfury smell, like a sort of almost bit of pungent that I don't like, and that's what I catch from this. And I was going to do this video a couple of weeks ago, but I've taken my time wearing these different days, so this is coming from wearing it only a few times, and immediately I wouldn't, this isn't something I'd go for. I'll probably give this one away as it goes, because I ain't gonna wear this. But it's nice. I should like it. It's annoying because I should like this, but again, it's got something that you pick up when you're just, you know, casually doing your thing. You get a note of something. It's got something in it that I just don't really like. So I can't really say I'd really recommend this Urban at your own risk. However, this oud wood and dark vanilla, worth picking up. Honestly, as a blind buy, this is like, I think I found this for like $5. This was pretty good. It is literally wood and vanilla. The vanilla really comes out. The wood starts off quite strong. Everyone says it's quite synthetic. I don't know really about that. These have all got varying reviews online. I don't know if I'm really going to treat these like a real sort of fragrance. I just thought this was quite interesting. I think for the money, you can't really go wrong. But yeah, oud wood and dark vanilla. I showed both of these blind to both my brother and my father, and they both said this one was the nicer one. I think obviously, and I think this smells a lot more impressive than I would if I blind smell this, I wouldn't think it's Lynx. And this reminded me of a Mugler fragrance that I had that is now very expensive and is now apparently they don't make it anymore. Wouldn't you know, like pure Havan. But that's kind of again a bit of an insult to that. But it's that kind of darkness to it. I'm not so good with like the with oud fragrances and vanilla fragrances. I'd like to dive more into that, and I will. That's an area of the fragrances I'd really like to get a bit more into. But yeah, for this, some people have noted it's unisex, as in basically male and female can wear this. I'd kind of agree. I think the dry down is definitely just a really sort of smooth vanilla, which has got a nice sort of woody undertone. The initial outbreak's quite strong. Again, would you wear it as a gym? It's probably a bit too much as a gym, but it's definitely not. It doesn't last long. This is probably the longest out of all of these. I mean, the adrenaline's actually really good, to be honest. The adrenaline is so my favorite, but we'll go back to that. But yeah, this is it doesn't last. It only lasts, wait, say maybe like 4 hours. If you get more than that, you're lucky. I think is a good. You'll get the vanilla after that, and then it will fade out. You know, you wash your hands or something, it will fade away. But I thought for like what, like £5, just pick this up, and it's what going back to what I said at the beginning. Like this adrenaline one, I had this because I had the deodorant, and I got this as a gift set, and this came with the gift set, the adrenaline. And I say it reminds me of rugby. It reminds me of that sort of time. And I've always really liked this. I say if someone knows of a copy of this, please tell me, because I'd love an eau de toilette like this. I tried buying a few things, and I will still buy a few things based on how much I like this. And again, it says iced musk, and ginger, which I thought was interesting. But yeah, this is just, I don't know. It's kind of not, it's nothing too special, but that's incredible. But anyway, a bottle of this is going for like £70. So you can pick this oud wood up and dark vanilla now for like, I say $5. Just if you're even half interested, just go and buy it. Like, I'm not even, it's not an ad, just recommended. Because I think this, for what it is impressive. And if it does get discontinued, I can imagine definitely this, going off the sort of history of these sort of style of fragrances, this would definitely be probably up there in quite a bit of money all of a sudden. But I think you can buy a lot of this. So I bought one. I've gifted one to my brother and my father already, just because it is that cheap. But yeah, the tobacco and amber, oh, I'm not so sure. I don't know. At your own risk. They don't really. That's got quite peppery. They don't really. I don't know what amber. It's probably the amber that I might not like, but it's got to be synthetic, whatever it is. But I don't know if they really do any more of these. You know, I mean, Africa's pretty classic of an Axe fragrance. I think this is called Axe in America. I don't know if you can get it in America. They do like a Dark Temptation, which was always the one of my high school days that was probably closest to either of these, was the Dark Temptation. That's a pretty nice one as well. But I honestly, with this, I don't know if I'd bother with that. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't. If you like Dark Temptation, check this out. You'd know what I mean if you know what these fragrances are. These are typical sort of high school kids. Your mum buys it you because you stink, basically. You know what I mean? Like, or your aunt buys it you because you stink or whatever. Yeah, that sort of thing. I don't know. If you enjoyed that, please leave a like. I've got a few more lined up now. I'll be going into some other houses coming up. I'm just going through some of the cheaper stuff. I was looking at another Adidas fragrance that is cheap that I might pick up, but I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. Depending, some of the feedback on them have been really good. And it's a cheap video to make. So if you enjoyed this, please leave a like. I normally go over reviews, but I did 3 fragrances in this. They're not classed as like eau de toilette, so I feel a bit. I don't know if I should really sort of treat it as such, because they're definitely gym fragrances, I think, but they do sort of step a bar above of what I would ever expect out of them, and I've definitely smelled a lot worse. I've even bought a lot worse. Anyway, so again, thank you for watching. If you're new, please subscribe, help support me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.